All right, welcome back. Hope you liked the last story. Here's another one. I'm working a gang detail in uniform, and I have a lady officer working with me. Good lady, good partner. Oh my gosh. And so we're riding around in an area, and we hear a call come out. Fire department requesting help. Okay, that's kind of an important call because obviously firemen aren't armed. They go into dangerous areas like we do. Most people like firemen, but once in a while you get people that don't like firemen for whatever reason. So we're close. So we respond to the call, and we're like 2 blocks away. So we come around the corner. We're in uniform. Come around the corner, and we see a fire truck. There's a small fire at a house. Hoses everywhere. Firemen running around, and we see 2 firemen with those long poles with the pointed end. They've got a guy stuck against the fire truck. They got those things stuck in his chest, and they're screaming at him. Okay, and he's yelling back. They're having a shouting match. So we thought, well, this isn't good. You got firemen who are holding the guy. You don't see that. That's something you don't see very often. So we jump out of the car, run up to him, and we didn't even have to ask the firemen what they got. We ran up to this guy, immediately grabbed him. He starts to shuffle. We throw him on the ground, and we cuff him. Good figure, okay, something's up here. We don't have to have a line seminar to find out that something's wrong with this guy on the truck. So we get him down. Up walks one of the firemen. He's got an ice patch over his eye. He's got a black eye. He goes, "This a-hole hit me, and he's mad, and he fought us." And I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, look over at his car." Well, here's what you got to do, people. The reason why they have you not park in front of fire hydrants is this particular instance. This guy had a convertible, and he had it parked in front of the fire hydrant. Okay, you can see what's coming. They had a fire, so the firemen pull up. They see the hydrants right there, and almost literally right in front of the house. Now, how much better source of water could you have? So they get out, and they're looking around, and there's nobody around. So they get their axes and they bust the windows, because the top was up on the convertible. They run this huge hose from the hydrant to the truck, and they're off and running. They're fighting fires. They don't have time to do any parking control here. Okay, so what happens is when they're fighting the fire, they just get there and this water's pumping. This guy comes out of another house and he's screaming at him because they're filling up his car with water. The cars, when I got there, the water was already up to the top of the car inside. It was full of water. Okay, but he's screaming at him. He wants to pull, and they're telling him, "Sir, we're busy right now. We don't have time for that. I'm gonna sue you." He's yelling all kinds of superlatives at him. He runs over to the hose on the hydrant. He's trying to unhook the hose. Okay, trying to hook the hose. I don't know. I'm not a fireman. I know a lot of pressure's in there. So a couple of them went over to grab him to pull him off, and he swung and hit the fireman in the face. Okay, the fireman went down. A couple of guys came over. They dragged him over and they stuck him with those poles, and then we got there. Okay. Well, first of all, you strike a fireman, it's a misdemeanor just to hit him no matter what he's doing. If there's a fire, it's a felony, okay? Because he's in the performance of his duties. So this guy's a felon. So we're looking at them like, "Hey, that's no problem. We'll take him away." So he's yelling at us and yelling at them. And so I take out my ticket book, and he goes, and he's a smart mouth too. He's a Mr. Know-it-all. He's a street side attorney and everything else. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna write you a ticket." He goes, "What? My car's ruined." "I know, but I have to write you a ticket for the hydrant." So I write a ticket, the firemen are cracking up. I get the ticket done, I take it out of the holder, go over to his windshield, lift up the wiper blade, put the ticket down on the wiper blade. There, now we got that. Next thing you do is you're going to tow your truck, about your car. "You can't tow my car." "Oh, yes, we can." So, by that time the fire's done, the firemen are rolling up their hoses, and they're looking over and smiling, they're keeping from laughing, okay? So I call the tow truck over, and by that time, the water in the car, because the cars aren't watertight, it had already about halfway open, coming down because the water had stopped on the hydrant. So the water's like coming down inside the car because it's leaking out the bottom of the doors. So the firemen open the door, all this water pours out. Tow truck driver gets there, hooks up the car, he's off and running, and I get some statements. My partner gets some statements, put the guy in the car, we're off and running, and we got a ticket out of it, parking ticket, and then where we live in that area of a big city. That's about a $300 ticket. Nowadays, maybe even higher, parking in front of a hydrant, especially when there's a fire going on, okay? And of course, we impounded his car. He got arrested for felony. Not a good night for this guy. So maybe next time when you think about a hydrant, think about this story. Don't put it in front of a hydrant, because your luck, there'll be a fire and they'll just ruin your car. They don't care about your car. I'll tell you that right now. They have a right to go anywhere with those dang hoses. So that's my fireman story, and they were happy. Everybody's happy, and we're off and running. So hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.